Good morning, guys. Captain Dylan Hubbard here at Hubbard's Marina with a very colorful morning view here inside Johns Pass. The old red sky in the morning, sailors take warning, is very true this morning. It is looking pretty darn ominous out here as a tropical storm bears down on Florida. We're looking forward to some pretty nasty weather starting here tonight. Probably around early afternoon sometime it's gonna start raining. Probably will not stop raining until Saturday morning or maybe even Saturday afternoon. So unfortunately, not such a great weekend to go fishing. Luckily today we are sneaking out on a half-day trip. Captain Frank's over here hard at work getting prepared. There he is.
I'm diversifying my portfolio.
It is a little bit nasty there. Tomorrow we're expecting, forecasted at least at the Egmont Key buoy, we're seeing like 12-foot seas. Offshore 14, 15-foot seas tomorrow. And if it does what it's forecasted to do, then most likely it's not going to calm down until Sunday night, Monday morning. Hopefully it's not going to be quite as bad as they are forecasting. And if it's not quite as bad as they're forecasting, then we should be able to get some trips going to, on Sunday. But we're kind of waiting and seeing what this weather's going to do. Getting prepared today. We're going to be putting some storm lines on the boat. After this half-day trip, we're going to be kind of battening down the hatches and getting ready. Probably going to see some storm surge situations from somewhere starting in like central West Florida all the way up the coast of Florida through the Panhandle. This thing looks to be making landfall sometime or somewhere around Panama City Beach to the Destin area, somewhere in that little stretch of the Panhandle. Luckily, we're going to avoid the bulk of it, but we're going to get a lot of feeder bands here Friday night, Saturday morning from this tropical storm. So definitely a lot of wind, wave, and rain action coming our way. But this morning, we're going to go out half-day fishing and try to catch some hogfish, some mackerel, some kingfish ahead of this ahead of this low pressure system, and hopefully capitalize on some good fishing ahead of this weather. And then behind this weather, the fish should be moving around quite a bit. We typically do pretty good behind these big early season cold fronts. It really gets the fish moving, gets them excited. And hopefully we'll see the gag groupers start moving in and getting more aggressive offshore. Should bring us some more kingfish. The hogfish bite should improve. A lot of things will happen behind this storm. These big low pressure events stir up the Gulf of Mexico, really get everything moving around and things changing. That fall fishing will really start kicking into gear behind this storm. So the benefit of the bad weather is definitely those fish getting excited, and hopefully our 39-hour trips next week will be able to take advantage of hopefully a really good gag grouper bite behind this weather. But our cold front season has started, so these cold fronts are going to be coming down from the northwest, and they're going to be sweeping across the U.S. And then as they hit the Gulf, they have the chance of formulating these tropical systems. But after a few weeks, the tropical system threat will diminish and disappear, but these cold fronts will stay for our fall and winter time period here in Florida. And what these cold fronts do is they're basically big low pressure systems, and they get the fish excited. The fish feed really well ahead of the fronts. And then once the front kind of comes through, it messes up the weather. It gets windy, gets rough, gets rainy, and the fishing stinks. And then behind the front, once everything calms down, it takes 12, 24, 36 hours for the water to clear back up and calm down. the winds to lay down, the water clarity to get better. And then once all that stuff happens, typically the bite's really good again behind the front. So we're looking forward to that cold front time of year, little chillier temperatures, and some really good grouper fishing, hog fishing, some good kingfish action. But it becomes more and more important to time your trip around the weather. You got to make sure that you're timing your trip around these fronts and not letting those fronts ruin your plans. So you got to kind of have a backup day and know that as these fronts approach, the fishing's good. Once the front goes in, fishing stinks, the weather's bad. And then once the weather stops being bad, the fishing still stinks for a day or two until the weather calms, or until everything has a chance to kind of normalize, water clarity, water temps, all that kind of stuff, and then the fishing gets really good again. So definitely important to time your trips around the weather. You can go to our website and go to hubbardsmarina.com, click fishing trips, and then click the weather links page. And at the bottom of the weather links page, we have a pretty nice little video that talks about how this weather affects fishing. So check it out. Remember, if you're too busy to go fishing, you're just too busy. Hopefully you guys have a great weekend. Say bye, Sig. There you go. That's all you get. Hopefully you guys have a great weekend, and hopefully next week we'll have some better fishing weather to go out there and get after these fish. Y'all have a great day. Remember, if you're too busy to go fishing, you're just too busy. Don't forget our Fox 13 live show this morning, 8:15 a.m. on Fox 13 News. And then Saturday, don't forget our Bass Pro Shops fishing seminar, 2 p.m. on Saturday. We're going to be at Bass Pro giving away some free trips and talking all about nearshore and offshore fishing. And then Sunday, don't forget, we do not have our live stream show. Sunday, I'll be heading for Texas for our National Marine Fisheries meeting. So no live show this Sunday, but you can catch us at Bass Pro Shops Saturday at 2 p.m. Have a great day, y'all, and a great weekend. Tight lines.